everyone to another episode of Hanging in Bear Country. I'm your host, Brian Martinez. With me always is... Wait a minute.
Someone new. That is not Ian Fernandez.
It's not Ian Fernandez. It can't be Ian Fernandez. His hair is
Ian's
like all like...
straight
all
now?
like
And he's standing up straight, so
he's
he's sitting up straight, so that's not being Ian.
Yeah. It's not Ian. It can't be Ian. Nah, it isn't. It's
Ryan Fuentes.
Brian Fuentes. We got also...
Alika Gonzalez, yeah.
and
Jacob Ruderman.
great.
Yeah.
Good to be back here.
And we actually have two soccer players with us today. Let's see that.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys can't tell what the topic is going to be about.
We're talking about sports today.
We're talking about some sports, mainly soccer right now.
We apologize for the bit of the background noise.
Yeah,
it's a
we
little
have
rowdy.
a little crowd. We have a little crowd. I guess.
Yeah.
It's a little rowdy, but it's all right. We press on nonetheless. So, speaking of soccer, guys, what do you guys got for us?
Today's a big day.
It's a big game, right? It's a big game tonight.
Man City versus Madrid.
Yep.
The most anticipated game.
Yep.
One of the
Excited.
biggest games of the year, probably. Probably the biggest game
wow.
of the year.
Is that the one where
So
Messi
far.
plays? Can you tell I don't watch soccer?
Who invited this guy?
It wasn't the last game they played 3-3.
Yup.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
banger
it's
game.
intense.
Banger
Wow,
game.
wow. Did it go down to penalty shots?
No, so the way the Champions League worked, there's two matches. They play home and away.
Oh,
So
okay.
they played 3-3, right? So then the next game, it'll just get added on to the scores.
Okay,
so kind of like the World Cup.
So it's like accurate.
Yeah.
I don't.
But not
They don't do
really.
that in the cool.
No.
The World Cup is just like straight. You lose,
Yeah.
you're out.
You're out? Okay. This is
It's
kind of like league sports,
this is
right?
Yeah.
Like you have to play the team twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we do it in my sport. We have to play the team twice in order to win league.
So last game it was 3-3. Madrid was like low-key cooking, but Man City was cooking as well.
Dude, it
Yeah.
was a great game.
They're both cooking
Banger
up.
for banger.
Oh
Like,
wow.
But today, Man City's playing at their house, so they have.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
And then the other game today, which is my team, Arsenal. They're playing Bayern. All right. It may not have the hype.
He already laughing at you for his like.
Right.
It may not have the hype of Madrid and Man City, but it's still a banger of a game.
All right, bro.
When we all right, bro, get out of here. Get this guy out of here.
Just love your shoulder. All right, bro.
No, we won. It was a tie game 2-2 last time.
Okay.
It was a pretty good game. Kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie. Very nervous.
Nervous.
As you should.
Yeah, if we lose, I'm gonna be sad for the next 2 weeks, and then if we win, I'm gonna be happy for the rest of the day. So,
Okay, yeah.
Bro, yesterday's game was even crazy.
Who played yesterday?
Who played yesterday?
Barca and
PSG.
Oh, okay.
But
Barca had like the whole advantage. They were winning by everything.
Oh, wow.
because they won two. What did they win?
They went 2-3.
Two. Yeah.
2-3.
So they already had a goal advantage going into the game.
This game, the one they won yesterday,
Yeah.
they were like home. They had the whole advantage crowd
Yeah.
and everything, and they
And they
still
got
lost.
cooked?
They got cooked.
They got cooked.
packed up.
That's being cooked. Yeah.
Pack them up on out
Wow.
of here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like, okay, the way that I see soccer, like, I didn't watch a whole watch yourself. I didn't watch it a whole lot growing up.
I
And the
understand
thing is
that.
that, like,
I
okay,
understand that.
because it's funny because my dad he watches hockey, he watches
Oh, that's
tennis,
cool.
he watches golf, he
Oh,
watches
those are
soccer.
interesting.
That's a
He
real.
watches
Yeah.
everything. He watches everything. And
cool.
obviously, like, he has his main loves of like
Yeah.
football, baseball, soccer, and basketball, obviously. But like, he'll watch tennis because he played tennis. He'll watch golf because he watched golf. Like he. But as a kid, I just never sat down and watched soccer a whole lot. And
Yeah.
like, I would only watch it for the World Cup, and even then, it was like Mexico or bust.
Yeah.
Like, if they didn't
No,
win, I'm not watching.
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah.
World Cup. That was so fun.
In
That was
America,
really
it's not
fun.
really that popular.
I remember like watching it this year and watching like Messi finally win one, and I was like, wow, like, that was crazy.
It didn't seem real when I watched it.
Yeah, because if anything, like for those kind of players, like.
Like they never like
It was rigged.
you no.
Ah, always
Almost
has
so
to want to
salty.
say
My boy's
something.
Someone's still salty.
Dude's a Penaldo fan.
All right, bro.
Ronaldo fan. Okay, hold on. Okay, I could be wrong, but I only saw this because of like the I Show Speed like memes or something like that. But didn't they like bench Ronaldo again for
They
the
did.
World Series game?
Why they
Why?
didn't?
The World Series.
For that
World Series?
for that World Cup. Potato, same thing.
Tomato potato.
They're both in the world. Okay, didn't they bench him for that World Cup game?
Ronaldo.
He's 38.
Yeah, he's
Well,
not.
yeah,
But
but
he's
like
still cooking, and
Yeah, he's still goaded.
But I'm about to say at the end of the day, like,
at the
why did they
national team level,
bench him? Like, don't you
He's-
play him?
He's not the player he used to be, but he's still good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
but regardless, like, if you like, at least the way that I see it, like, if you have, okay, in those kind of games where like you're losing or anything like that, and time is running out, you need to use every weapon that you have in your arsenal.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of times, or like, okay, I'll use baseball for example, right? There are a lot of times where like they will like shut down a pitcher.
Yeah,
Like, I remember.
early, yeah.
I remember like for the Nationals, right? They were having a really bad season, so they I think they shut down Strasburg. Was
Yeah,
his name?
yeah.
They shut him down for the rest of the season. Then they came back like to like actually make the playoffs, and they were doing good. But then they were getting, I think they were either getting routed by the Blue Jays or the Orioles. I couldn't remember. And like their pitching was awful, just god awful. And the whole time I was watching, I'm like, if only you had a Cy Young like worthy pitcher that could stop the.
Yeah,
I
it's just
don't
the
know where
players
to
are just
find it.
burnt out. You know what I mean? So
Well,
like
no,
maybe
in this case it's not necessarily burnout because of the fact that they bench him. It's a lot like load managing, like in basketball. Like you're having him skip games, so that way you can have him fresh and healthy for the game that you need him
They don't
for.
want him burned out. Yeah,
I mean, I suppose so,
They
but,
used him so much. Imagine you just can't keep using him so
It
much.
makes sense, but no offense, like in the World Cup, like the fact that it's a constant like. It's a gauntlet essentially, and with all due respect, like if you're in it, you're in it. Like you have to
Absolutely.
play.
Yeah.
The only way that the way that I see it in sport is that like the only reason why that you should not be on that court is if A, your coach is telling you that you are not on that court, or B, you're injured.
Yeah.
Other than that, you were out there giving 110%.
Yeah, because like the biggest honor you could do for your country.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're a player like Ronaldo, where it's like, I know he's a lot older, sure, fair enough. But at the end of the day, like when you're still playing at that somewhat of an elite level, like how old is Messi?
37, 36.
No.
Not that much younger than Ronaldo.
No,
Yeah.
And these are some of the most like soccer players and tennis players and basketball players are some of the most like well conditioned like people on the planet.
Tennis?
Like tennis too. Dude, you'd be surprised how like fit you need to be to play tennis.
Okay.
You'd be
No,
surprised.
I'm not. I don't doubt it. Like, there's a lot
But
of
I'm just
sports that
saying,
are like
that,
sleeper. Like,
well, that and
you
obviously
always
track,
have to train, but like
track and field obviously you need to be super,
Yeah.
you know.
all of it
Like,
you have to do.
Like basketball, like Shaq was coming in at like 330 in some of his like superstar games, and he was still dropping like 30 points. I forget his name. I think like Prince Felix, like for the batter in
Prince Fielder or
was it Prince Fielder?
I know the guy in the Brewers.
Yeah, the Brewers.
I
him,
know exactly who you're
Like,
talking about. I love that
he
guy.
got to be pretty like
Prince Fielder, yeah, I
like,
think it was like-
hefty.
Yeah,
you know,
huge.
and he was still like
That dude
dinging
was
homers.
big.
You know, I mean,
Him,
Babe Ruth
Pablo
himself.
Sandoval.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Mm-hmm.
those kind of sports. Like obviously, yes, you play better if you're in better shape. Obviously,
Yeah.
but you don't
Exactly, yeah.
necessarily need to be crazy athletic.
Yeah.
Okay, like Austin Reeves for the Lakers, he is not. I'm sorry, he is not the most athletic person out there. Okay, half the time I see him playing, I'm thinking that he's gonna get snapped like a twig. Okay, but he's still able to get his buckets where he wants them. Speaking of the Lakers, great transition. Great
We got-
Right.
Yes, sir. Okay, so last night were the first two play-in tournament games of the playoffs. It was the West, so you had the Warriors versus the Kings, and you had the Lakers versus the Pelicans. Lakers beat the Pelicans. Kings beat the Warriors. Okay. I'm gonna just quickly talk about my Lakers because I know that's gonna be a little long.
Wait, Yeah.
Silver, wait, hold on. Just so you Silver in playoffs right now.
Yeah. So the way that
Okay.
as a basketball fan, I like and I dislike the play-in tournament because the way that I see it is that so the way that it works is that you get on both sides the 7 through 10 seed, right?
Okay.
7th will play the
It's like 7, 8, 9, 10.
right 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Right. The 10th plays the 9th seed. The 7th plays the 8th seed.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, okay.
So
It's
if you're
like
the
classic.
7th, so if you're in the 7th or 8th seed, and it's one game, it's just one game.
Oh, it's like wild card kind of.
Wild card,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Almost,
Okay.
almost like football for
Okay.
for
Yeah, yeah.
right? Okay. And if you're in the 7th, or 8th seed, you have 2 chances to win.
Okay.
If you're in the 10th or 9th seed, you only have 1 chance to win 2 games. Okay. So it's tougher. It's tougher
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're to make
could
it
be.
in.
Okay.
So like the Kings just won and the Pelicans just lost. The Pelicans were the 8th seed, Kings were the 9th seed.
Okay.
The Pelicans have 1 more chance to beat the Kings. The Kings have their last chance to beat the Pelicans. If
Yeah.
the Kings win, they're in the playoffs. Pelicans are out, or vice versa.
Okay.
Okay. With all that being said, my Lakers were so close to selling the bag. 'Cause,
Ooh.
oh my goodness, man! Just watching them. All right, just watching them play. I was
Yeah.
like that first half, it was pretty decent, and then like
No, yeah, I heard
Bro.
they can't cook anymore.
fourth quarter, LeBron is starting to scare me, and it's not in a good way. Because oh my goodness, dude, he had like 5 plays back to back to back to back to back where he was just like
Ooh.
Who, LeBron?
LeBron,
Yeah.
dude, and he's just no, I mean like, all right, bro.
He can't
Don't
be
be-
the same.
don't be dissing my
old is
glorious king
LeBron?
like that, all
How
right?
old is LeBron?
He is like 39 years old.
Okay, he's
He might be like-
39,
he might be
right?
like 40
He
years old.
has to be burnt out by now. Come on now.
No, I'm not.
I
I'm
mean,
not
he still
blaming
has
him.
amazing skill, but he
I'm not blaming him
so
for.
much.
I'm not blaming him for being burned out. And at that point, I'm not like you're not wrong. You need to expect more out of guys like Austin Reeves. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
Right,
the stat
exactly.
line for Austin Reeves, he had a decent game, but dude, like watching the game, this is what for me. I don't like people who just look at the stat line.
Yeah.
Okay, and you don't watch the game.
Yeah.
Those are what I call like stat sheet stalkers.
Yeah.
All right, because you don't watch the game, you just see the numbers, and the numbers don't give the full context.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So you see the stat line, and it's like, oh, Austin Reeves like had a decent game, but you watch the game, he was so inconsistent. He was turning the ball over so many times, and it's like you've been here before, man.
Yeah.
So Lakers take that win. Warriors lose. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So they're out of the playoffs now.
They're
And honestly,
out?
That quick?
dude, I don't know
Curry's
where you.
out?
I don't know where you go if you're the Warriors right now.